Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Wow, it's been an incredible transfer window, and Bayern aren't done. Mathys Tel, the Frenchman from Stade Rennes, is on his way to Bayern. Now, some conflicting reports from Germany and France. The French reporters are saying it's close. Rennes have accepted the offer, and Tel is on his way out. Apparently, he was at the training ground to get his stuff, clean out his locker. Whereas on the German side, they're saying it's not that close. Rennes is still studying the offer, and I don't know where to go. So initially, the title of this was Mathys Tel will join Bayern because of the French journalist. But with the German journalist coming out saying it's not that close yet, I just have to believe it's going to be somewhere in the middle. I'll believe the French ones a little bit more because they're French and Rennes is in France, so they're going to know better the situation around Tel. Man, Mathys Tel, what do we think about this, guys? Because this could be one of those signings where you understand it, but you don't really understand it. You get it, but you don't really get it. Tel is a 17-year-old Frenchman with 49 minutes of Ligue 1 experiences. So 7 appearances, 49 minutes. Do the math. 7 minutes, 7 games. I'm hoping Brazo sees something that we haven't seen yet. Not that we don't see. When you watch the highlights, he looks good. The thing is, I can find a billion strikers that can do the same things. Maybe we're buying Tel because of his mentality, like I said before. Maybe his head. I don't know, the way he thinks, just a really strong character. Maybe that's what it is. And we believe he's going to push himself to improve and get there. But 30 million for a 17-year-old with 49 minutes of professional football experience? Man, most people wouldn't make that deal. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. And by the way, we just sold Chris Richards for 20 million plus add-ons. Not sure if that's what the add-ons included. It's a lot of money for Chris Richards. There's a buyback clause in there, which is good news. Because if he were to become amazing at Crystal Palace, we could just sign him again and possess him. Or we can do the whole, 3D chess thing, 4D chess. Richards becomes valued more. We buy him for like 25 million in 2 seasons, and then we keep him for a season, and then sell him again, make some more profit. It could be like a nice little money laundering scheme. And by the way, 35% of the money goes to FC Dallas. So they're getting a majority of the money anyways. So we don't really profit from Chris Richards leaving, and we don't have enough money to reinvest into other transfers up front. But 9 to 10 million is what I'm thinking we'll get if Dallas gets half of it. Still a good amount of money. We can invest it in a player like Mathys Tel. I'm going to be honest, bro. 30 million, though, is a lot. That's a pressure on the player as well, because he's coming into a team with players that came for free and are already world-class. Thomas Müller was free, technically, from our youth academy. So he's going to be playing next to Müller, who was cheaper than him. Gnabry was free. You see where I'm going with this? Kingsley Coman. I mean, how much did you pay for Coman? Like 40 million? I don't think it was that much. Yeah, even Sadio Mane is costing around the same. So Mathys Tel, yes, he's a future signing. He's one for the future. But I think football is evolving. It's evolving in this direction where players are reaching their primes almost immediately because of the technology in these academies. Maybe 50 years ago, or perhaps 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago, young players and academies were really seen as super prospects. No one really knows anything about them. But with this new age of technology, with this new style of coaching, players can watch themselves over and over again. There's all sorts of people, tactical analysis teams that help them improve. Football has changed drastically. That means on the academy side, players are getting a new thing. They have academies built with tens of millions of dollars. These academies are very, very valuable because all they need to do is produce one great star out of every 50 player, and it becomes worth it over and over again. France is doing this constantly. So this is what you're seeing in football now. Young players have the resources to develop into great players almost immediately. Thomas Muller, when he was coming up, didn't have a 50 million academy. It was only a few years ago Bayern fully finalized building our academy, which is starting to produce some results. We're starting to see players get signed into the academy and then do some things. I mean, we have yet to see a big standout star from the academy we invested like 50 million into, which is fully paid off, by the way. Like once we see a world class player come from our academy, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, you can't say Musiala because we signed him from Chelsea when he was already like pretty good as a talent. What you need is a Vidovic to develop into that. What you need is a Arjan Ibrahimovic. That's what you need. You need a Paul Wander to get in this team and break his way into being a world-class star. It makes the academy worth it. But you're seeing these names pop up more and more. We're producing a lot of young talents. Now, the difference is the mentality in some of these young players. Maybe because they had so many resources as youth, they had all the coaches in the world to help them. They're not going to be as seasoned as someone that's coming in from a terrible upbringing. And that's why a lot of these French players succeed a lot, because they come from bad upbringings, but they also had the footballing infrastructures to lead them where they are. Kylian Mbappe didn't come from riches. Paul Pogba didn't come from riches. Antoine Griezmann didn't come from riches. Benzema didn't come from riches. They had these tough upbringings. Their parents were working extra hard to build the future for their children. They just so happened to have been in love with football. They played it from a young age, and then they pushed themselves to become some of the best players in their positions. So France is doing a really interesting thing, producing talents, but we don't know what Tel does. We don't really know because we literally have not seen him play that much. He hasn't started a single game for Rennes. And it does give me hope that Stade Rennes are trying their absolute best to keep Tel. They're doing everything in their power to keep him. So people are saying average player. I don't think you can watch Tel and just say he's average. That's absolutely untrue. I don't believe that. I seriously don't believe that. I think Mathys Tel has leadership qualities. He was captaining the under-18s for France as they were winning the under-18s Euros, which isn't really a super accomplishment. But hey, maybe Bayern are signing him now because they actually believe he's going to have a breakout season at Rennes and then get signed for 60 million, and then we're going to miss out. Maybe it's the FOMO thing, fear of missing out. Bayern are doing this so they don't miss out on a potential world beater. The French people are saying he's like Thierry Henry, and some people are saying he's like the new Benzema. I personally see more Benzema with pace. Benzema's dribbling capability is very underrated. His finishing is similar to Benzema in the sense that like he'll be in an awkward position and just curl the ball around the corner and it's a goal. Thierry Henry would start from the halfway line and dribble everyone. It's a very different style of play. Tel doesn't really, do that. He doesn't nutmeg three people, right? I wouldn't say the next Henry. I do understand that people are saying talent-wise, he could be like on the level of a Thierry Henry, which would be very interesting. Bayern obviously see what PSG have with Mbappe. They see what Real Madrid have with Vinicius Jr., getting a young player before they become something and develop them. They think Mathys Tel can do the same thing. Look, we heard this with Anthony Martial. He was supposed to be the new Thierry Henry. Well, you can say Martial's mentality prevented him from doing that, and the injuries, combining those two things together, never a good combination. But you can also say, well, Bayern haven't really done a great job of developing prospects and giving them the platform to shine. And I would agree with that. Musiala should be playing a lot more games. If Thomas Muller is not playing well, Musiala should be playing. If we have an injury, Choupo-Moting shouldn't play. It should be a young academy player. Only Barcelona, Real Madrid, I'm saying only, that's the point. Barcelona, Real Madrid gave their youngsters more opportunities than Bayern, which is crazy because going into last season, the board was telling us, we're not going to sign too many players. We're going to rely on youth academy. And we barely played them. Musiala wasn't starting that many games. And you improve by playing games. So maybe with the departure of Robert Lewandowski, the club sees an opportunity here to usher in a new generation of attackers. Mane is going to lead the lines, obviously, because he's experienced and he's world-class already. But maybe without Lewandowski, you have a big open gap for someone like Tel to grasp the opportunity. I don't think Bayern is signing Tel for 5 years from now, because if they wanted to, they would sign him 5 years from now. They probably think he can push his way to getting minutes immediately. They think he can work very hard on the training ground because he's shown it with his history. Apparently, there was like an older team. He was 14 and he was playing in a really old team. At first, when he approached the coach to play there, they told him he had no spot in there. And he said he's just going to have to work hard. Tel was saying that as a 14-year-old dude. That was 3 years ago because he's 17. So he clearly looks to me to have the mentality to push himself. And the club thinks he can do that at Bayern in this competitive environment. And if he can do that, then that'd be great. And they think he has enough ability now to contribute goals. That's why they're willing to pay 30 million. Because we could just wait, see if he actually succeeds at Rennes. We don't know for sure because he's only played 49 minutes. They're going to wait, and then maybe he becomes good or maybe he doesn't. But Bayern are going in for him now. I have to trust the board because they haven't given me a reason not to this transfer window. I mean, the game against DC United just shows how much we improved in the transfer window. We have a world-class center back. We have a world-class attacker. We have great midfielders. And we're looking for more. So, yeah, man, it looks like Leimer's not joining Bayern as well. Leipzig are maintaining their posture. They won at least 30 million. He played for Leipzig against Liverpool yesterday. So, hey, what are your thoughts on Tel? Let's get into the comments. He's a fighter. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Man City fans are saying Julian Alvarez is Claire. Well, we were linked to Julian Alvarez for like 2 seconds. There was like a link between him and Bayern. Hey, I think Tel is, he's a hard worker, and Bayern wants someone that can work hard and push themselves. And hey, man, let's see what happens. There's people also saying we should go for someone like, I don't know, Harry Kane. Go for Harry Kane. That would be interesting. I don't think Bayern would ever do that. Harry Kane is at Spurs. He's going to be 29 next summer. I don't know. Do you think he continues to get better? I mean, Kane has improved in the last 2 seasons with his overall contribution to the game. So, let's see. And then there's also people saying we should go for Stuttgart's Sasa Kalasic guy. I'll be honest, man. Like I'm unattracted because he's so damn tall. I don't feel like a tall player like that can have any technical ability about them. I feel like he would just be a hold-up play man and nothing else. He's 6'7". Oh, no, he's Austrian. My bad. I don't know. Yeah, I think he had an interview recently where he didn't rule out a move to Bayern. But my Lord, he's tall. Yeah, and I don't know how much he would cost us, but I don't see it. I don't think Bayern would ever go for that profile of player. We need the low center of gravity with technical ability. The Sasa Kalajic bring that? I don't know. He scored 22 Bundesliga goals in 48 appearances. I'm looking at his stats now. He has 8 assists, so he's a good hold-up play man, just flicking the ball. It's all about how you see it, and I don't think Bayern are going to go for him. If we signed him, I'd be like, it's not that I wouldn't rate him because he just feels like he's lanky to me, like he's a horse. He wouldn't gel in. Lewandowski was different because he gelled in with our play style. He was running the channels, and even though he wasn't the fastest, he was fluid. And that's what Tel will bring as well, fluidity. This guy can go to the left, go to the right, look like it's his position. And I think that's what the club's looking for. They're looking for a striker that can link play and also run fast and press and press and press and press, hold possession. Maybe Tel is that. I don't know. When I watch Tel, the highlights, I'm not going to lie, I don't watch Ligue 1, so I've never seen him play in a game-like scenario. I did try to look up the game versus Mura that Rennes played in the Europa League. He played 15 minutes in that game. I tried to watch the game, couldn't find it. What I do see from him is just technically gifted, not in the sense that he's doing flair tricks and no, he doesn't need to. What he just has is good footwork, and that's all you need. Good footwork. He has these great passes he can make. He links up play well. His first touch looks good to me. So, as far as I'm concerned, on paper, he's a good player, but in practice at Bayern for 30 million, who knows? Well, you didn't see the hype back then, and this looks way worse than that. Kalecic is the menu ball of football. He's agile? Interesting, man. Hudson-Odoi looked better, and look where he's at. Yeah, see, I'm thinking this is another Bayern obsession. Well, we were obsessed with Hudson-Odoi because were we getting Sane? Sane was staying at City because of his injury. And then there were other things that factored into it. We weren't just like obsessed with Odoi. If you don't sign him, he's nothing. We're nothing. No, there was a certain, I don't know, like reason to it. And I actually, screw that. I don't know why the hell we were trying to sign Hudson-Odoi. You had players like Ferran Torres that we were, talking about on this channel. Go for him. He would be cheaper than Odoi. We were willing to pay Chelsea like 50 million and 40 million. It was a terrible transfer, man. And I'm glad it never happened. We dodged a bullet because Hudson-Odoi didn't have the right mentality because he stayed at Chelsea for money, not for his career, even though he wasn't playing at Chelsea and Chelsea weren't stable with Lampard. And even now, he barely plays. So we dodged a bullet with Hudson-Odoi. Everyone in the chat, thank you. Say thank you to Hudson-Odoi for choosing Chelsea, making more money over joining Bayern. I'm so happy we didn't sign him. It would have been a horrible transfer. Mathys Tel, is he the same thing? No. He's professional. He showed up to Rennes' training, apparently gave some fans his shoe, cleaned out his locker, said bye to his teammates. We're acting like this dude's Lewandowski, like he's some world-class star that's pushing his way out of a club. It looks like he's keeping it professional. You don't see him on social media tweeting about, anything to do with the club. You don't see him on some news channel calling his club, not serious. So, yeah, man, just You got to respect it. Harry Kane will be a target for Bayern next summer. No concrete talks yet, but Bayern have contacted Kane's entourage to inquire about whether there's a chance of a move to Munich, and the response was positive. That's from Christian Falk. Bayern are hoping the duo Salihamidzic and Nagelsmann will be able to convince Kane of leaving the Premier League, which won't be an easy task. The bosses are aware the title guarantee at Bayern is an advantage for them, as Kane hasn't won any so far. Man, if we sign Kane, England's captain, that will be crazy. That will be crazy. Imagine Falk is a fraud. Well, he might be. Do you think this season is Sane's last chance? I think Sane understands. Well, let's contextualize this, because Leroy Sane was good for half of last season, the beginning till December. He was doing good. He was up there for Champions League goal contributions. He was scoring some beautiful goals, assisting everywhere. He was improving. And then Nagelsmann got the bright idea to change his position and move him out of position again. And then he slowed down because right wing is not his best position. He might be right wing politically, but not on the field. So we moved him there, and he slowed down with his goal contributions. He wasn't scoring. He wasn't assisting. He was just existing. And then he got worse. His dribbling got worse. His passing got worse. He would miss simple passes. Whereas in the beginning of the season, he was playing in that left wing inside pocket, playing almost like an attacking midfielder, but on the left. And he was cooking. He was scoring, assisting. Even for Germany, he was doing good. Then you watch the game against DC United, right? So obviously the fans got impatient because they're like, we saw you do this. Why aren't you doing it? It was Nagelsmann. He changed Sane because he wanted Sane to be more versatile. That can't be true for every player. Every player can't be versatile. I get it. It's Nagelsmann's philosophy to have all his players be capable of playing every position on the field. I get it. Sometimes you have one player for one position, and that's it. That's all they give you. They can be world-class in that one position. Okay, so the fans were doubting Sane, but they could understand he had the ability. This season, though, is going to be different because it's going to be his third year here, right? Yeah, he came after we won the Champions League. It's going to be his third year. So, yes, Sane has to take some responsibility. And against DC United in that left wing, he did some beautiful things again. He entertained us. He was involved in almost every goal we scored in the first half. So, yeah, it is Sane's last chance to prove that he's not just some half a season wonder. He needs to just take the responsibility and push himself because he's not getting injured. He didn't get injured once last season, which is fascinating because people usually say you get injury prone after an ACL. Sane did not get injured once, which is a really interesting dynamic. So he needs to push himself. And yeah, we need to see the crisp play. We don't want to see no dribbles they're just out of this. Like, we want to see normal stuff. We don't want to see him try to make a pass and it just goes to the opposition. That comes from a lack of confidence. So Leroy Sane, yes, because the board will think about selling him next season if he doesn't stand out. So yeah, and Sane doesn't have any intentions of wanting to leave Bayern because he realizes what he has here. He has a club that supports him and got him in his worst time ever where he was injured. And Sane could have been 120 million. We signed him for 35 million. That's something we don't talk about enough. Leroy Sane for 35 million was a steal. Now, granted, he was injured. So let's see. But interesting question. At City, Sane stunk the place up at right wing, his one-sided left wing. Exactly. There's certain players that can only play one position, and that's okay. Pep Guardiola, I gotta respect Pep because he understands that this player is only good for this. This player can't do this. He is a football man. So he immediately realized, yeah, Sane ain't going to be, he's not, he ain't it when it comes to playing. He's not Iron Robin. Just because he has the number 10 doesn't mean he can cut in like Robin. Cutting inside is a very hard thing to do. People think you just use your strong foot and go to that side and then shoot. That's not all it is. It means you need to have a different understanding of the game. You need to dribble defenders with only one foot, but be able to cut to your right when you need to. Sane isn't. Robin's right foot was probably better than Leroy's. People forget Robin can cut inside and then chop back out with his right and put a cross in that was accurate with his right foot. People forget those. Now, he preferred his left, but people were quick to forget, just how good Iron Robin was with both feet, man. So I think Leroy Sane is a one-position pony, but he's world-class in that position. He offers some crazy ability in that position, and there's nothing wrong with that. Lingard to Forrest to something I never thought I'd see, man. Sane is great on the left. I don't understand to move him on the right. Well, it's the nostalgia. Number 10, number 7, Ribery, Robin, 7 on the left wing, 10 on the right wing. That's the nostalgia. It has nothing to do with their capabilities as players, and that's unfortunate. Robin started on the left. Did he? Well, I mean, yeah, technically any player, like when you're young, you play anywhere, right? He likes fast players with dribbling skills. No. Nagelsmann likes fast players. Not sure about dribbling skills because look at his team at Leipzig. A bunch of lanky mother zuckers with Timo Werners. Oh, yeah. How about we get Kane next year and win 4 Champions Leagues in a row? I think we got Harry Kane. That would be like a crazy, crazy signing, man. Harry Kane would do some crazy things at Bayern. I feel like, yeah, yeah, man. David Raum is close to joining RB Leipzig. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Very, very interesting thing. Barella or Bellingham? I have a proclivity to Jude Bellingham because I watch him more often, but I don't watch Barella enough to determine it's him. But for me, Jude Bellingham is very technical and hardworking. So and he plays in the Bundesliga. So I'm just going to say him. Who was the last Englishman at Bayern? Chris Richards. Oh, no, Omar Richards. Literally 2 weeks ago. My man forgot. Dang. Yo. I'm struggling to remember any other British players at Bayern. Michael Owen didn't play at Bayern. No way. No way he played at Bayern. No, see, someone put that in the comments. He played at Real Madrid. I was like, I must have lost my mind. When did Michael Owen win a Ballon d'Or? How did that happen? British players aren't allowed to win Ballon d'Ors. Wait, this dude went from Liverpool to Real Madrid to Newcastle, and then to Manchester United. And they call the Bundesliga the league where we sign rival players. I think the rivalry between Liverpool and United was bigger than ever. And Owen left that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Owen Hargreaves is Canadian. So I can't fully say because he did play for him. Yeah, I guess so. He was Canadian, but he was also British, so he played for England. Musiala, Gravenberch, Lit, Mane, Davies, Mazraoui are going to shine. Yes, I think next season is going to be, Davies without myocarditis. He's amazing. So no heart diseases for Alfonso. I think he's gonna prove. Oh, Barry Hepburn is British. He's not English. Whoa. Is England England's its own country, and then Britain is like, it's like the continent. not the continent. Oh my gosh. No, it's like the islands, man, together. The United Kingdom. So what's Britain, man? If it's all the United Kingdom, what the hell is Britain? It's confusing. All right. Well, anyways, I think Musiala it's his season next year. It's a season. Nah, man, I look so dumb. Nah, it's confusing because I'm thinking, well, you have the Britain, but then you have the UK, but it's the same. Is it the same? Is Britain only like a few countries and the UK is like all of them? But if they're united, why do they need Britain? Why not just call it the UK? Yeah. So okay. Well, Konrad Leimer made this really crazy run yesterday. This is my way to deflect from that Bozo moment I had, that I show speed moment. The dumbest thing I could have said. Sorry to the British people. All right. I apologize. I don't know my geographies. Okay. I apologize to all the Brits. Okay. What? Azpilicueta to Barcelona. Gosh, that club is doing some crazy things. Leimer made this really interesting run. He went from his half all the way to the other side of the field to pressure the goalkeeper against Liverpool. 5 seconds later, Liverpool lost the ball and it was a throw-in because of Leimer's pressure. So I think that's what he's good at. But technically speaking, he's not a great technician. Come on. Great Britain is just England, Wales, and Scotland. Whereas the UK also includes Northern Ireland. Oh, makes sense. Dortmund will probably sign a very good striker. Oh, shoot. We know Sebastian Haller had a tumor, right? I don't know the difference between a tumor and cancer. What's the update on that? That's so unfortunate because he had a great season at Ajax. Was it Ajax or West Ham? Where was Haller? West Ham? Gosh, I'm an idiot. No, he was at Ajax because he was scoring all those Champions League goals. See, I'm a genius. Yeah, so he was just coming in. He proved himself at Ajax, had all these goals. Was going to be Haaland's replacement, and then my man just has a disease. So what's the status on him? Like, how does this work? Is he never just is he retired from football? Because I think it's testicular, bro. He has a lump in his penis. That's what it is. What I can't sugarcoat it. He has like his balls don't work or something. Like that's what it is. And as a man, that's where you get your energy from. So I don't know how. Like, does that mean his career's over? If so, that's really unfortunate. But if not, then he's lucky because I wouldn't imagine that's like an easy thing to recover from. Can someone tell me cancer on the test? Exactly. Okay, not it all makes sense now. No. George, I'm going to kill myself next time you say technical ability. Technical ability. Kill yourself. He has the technical ability. Hey, what's wrong with technical ability? Very good striker still left out there who wants to join BVB. Suarez goes back to Suarez. What's going on in football? Are we talking about Suarez to the Bundesliga? Wait, Suarez is a free agent? Atletico are a dumb club, man. Why would they sign Suarez? Atletico Madrid act like they're smart, but they're really stupid. They make the weirdest signings. They choose like every once every few years to sign someone really stupid. Oh my gosh. They have like 4 players coming back from loan. Why are they loaning their maybe the finances. They wanted someone else to pay their loans. And then they lose players on a free. Atletico is a weird club, man. So now where's Suarez going to go? Oh, they're saying you should go back to Uruguay. Interesting. Confused. Edin Dzeko to BVB. Is that happening? Everyone wants to join the Bundesliga. I don't know. Maybe they just want a stat pad or something. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be Bayern's formation next season, the 4-2-2, which is something Nagelsmann coached at Leipzig with Timo Werner a lot. They played it, but mainly the back three was their main formation. Dzeko is ancient, but he still scores at Roma. So, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Oh, my gosh! Just read something on Twitter. Official, Barcelona have sold 15% of its La Liga TV rights to the Sixth Street Company for $400 million. In total, Barcelona have now sold 25% of the rights to this investment fund for the next 25 years. 15% of your La Liga rights for $400 million to Sixth Street. They're like a global conglomerate investment firm with billions of dollars in assets that they manage. Oh my gosh. If Barca don't succeed, man. Oh, if they don't win La Liga, we're coming for their throats. I'm gonna choke that club until it gasps its last breath, and I'm gonna beat on that dead horse until it dies again and again. I'm going WWE on you. Watch out! Watch out! Oh man! Every live stream, I'm gonna come for Barca. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna come for Barca like I was watching Mia Khalifa over and over again. I'm going to come after Barcelona. I'm on your head, boy. If you don't win that Champions League, if you don't win La Liga, Copa del Rey, Copa del Paul, Copa del Messi, Copa del Ronaldo, if you don't win all them damn cups, even that cup in Qatar or in the Middle East, y'all be playing, which is really weird. In the middle of their season, they're just traveling to the Middle East to make La Liga some money. If you don't win that cup, I'm going to be delivering you L's. L's. Wow, I'm going to be delivering you L's, man. Oh, I'm going to be on your head. I'm going to bring you the smoke like a barbecue, man. I'm going to just bring you a smoker. With Lewandowski. They're just assembling a special education team. The British would call it a set 8. They're assembling a set 8 class. They just got weirdos everywhere. Like they're not building a project. Just got old man here, old man there, out of place player here. They're selling all their good players, getting Frank Kessie just because he's big, black, and tall. That's why, let's be honest. And then they're getting rid of De Jong. If you ask me, that's white racism. Barca is building a weird team. So if they don't win La Liga, it ain't just gonna be 25% of your rights. I'm gonna take, or Sixth Street is gonna buy. I'm gonna take all your rights, and I'm gonna make you my slave, Barca. I'm being honest. This club is so finished. Look at them. 25% of their rights to some American investment firm. Beautiful, or not beautiful, crazy. The players look like they have arrived in Green Bay, Wisconsin for tomorrow's game against Manchester City. It's going to be fun. Bayern have a really interesting fan base in the U.S. But the reason I think it's not comparable to the British clubs is because of the language barrier. I feel like Bayern we should have a U.S. YouTube channel, U.S. TikTok. Players should do interviews in German, and then after that, say the same thing in English. It'd be funny. Barca selling their club. They may not be around in 2 years. 2 years. It's not sad. It's enjoyable. I enjoy Barca's demise. I'm smoking on their pack. I'm that dude at the funeral wearing white because I'm enjoying it. Congrats to Mane for African Player of the Year. Yes, Sadio Mane, the best African in history to play for Bayern. Yes, the best. Who's Kimmich Jr.? Vidovic? He's not Kimmich Jr. He's R9. Gabriel Vidovic is not a DM. Get that out of your head. He's an attacking bowler. I don't know why Nagelsmann just wants to play all our attacking talents in midfield. What's wrong with you? Well, he was just a tester, but Vidovic is the real deal. Like, this dude is so technical. Wow. His technical ability is beyond this world. Tight spaces, he does some amazing things. His dribbling, close control, his finishing, his vision. This kid can be world class if he works hard and applies himself. A lot of people have talent, but not everyone can work hard. Where it gets tough, you push yourself and just say, Scheiße! Scheiße! That's what your woman said to me when I was Scheiße! When I was drilling her. Scheiße! Nah, I'm joking. But you know what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, Vidovic is. I honestly forgot what. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm sorry. How do we get here? Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot sometimes. That's why people don't watch me. They're like, he's so unprofessional. He has no respect for my team. Not even Rummenigge could save them. Yeah, even if he changed the E there to an A, he still couldn't save them. George changed after all these transfers. What? Look, I'm just looking at my team. I'm excited for the future. I see where we're going. I see the future. I see the long-term future. I see the excitement. I see it, man. I see it. I see where we're going. I see the bowlers we signed. Real Madrid are playing a 3-5-2 next season with the arrival of Rudiger and Tchouaméni. Why would Carlo do that? I don't think Carlo will do that. Wow. Khan said even after the transfer window, Bayern will be financially and economically strong. Actually, he said very strong next season. I've always said as long as I'm in charge, I'll initiate a lot of things, but will never jeopardize the economic foundation of this club. Oh my gosh, Oliver, he's saying we gonna have a lot of money next year too, so prepare yourself. If we don't win the Champions League, we're buying Mbappe. Mbappe to Bayern 2023 in the chat. Mbappe is coming to Bayern. I mean, he might be. We're signing the entire French team. Mbappe is looking at his teammates and they're just laughing and talking about Bayern and he's feeling left out. Feeling like the weird kid on the block. Nah, sign Mbappe. Mbappe to Bayern 2023 in the chat. We're going to be smoking on that Mbappe pack in 2023. Real Madrid fans are going to be angry. No one is going to buy Pavard for 35 million. Yeah, thank you for reminding me, Elmi. Pavard is a candidate to be sold this summer. Interesting. So 25 to 30 million. I wouldn't mind us selling Pavard. I feel like he doesn't offer much for us, man. He doesn't. He's very mid. He's a do-a-job merchant. He's like most British players. Just, he does a job, but he doesn't do more than a job. He kind of just does his job and that's it. I think we need someone better. People are going to say, you hate Pavard. He has me blocked on Twitter. I don't hate him. Yeah, Pavard blocked me on Twitter. Yeah, this was back when I used to make I used to be the only person that didn't see the ability Pavard had. No, this was my old Twitter account, my personal Twitter, which I deleted because I think Twitter's AIDS. I only use Twitter for news, about Bayern and other world news with my other account. Twitter's I don't even have the app on my phone, so sometimes I don't find things out until they happen. Like something will happen, and then I'll get the details days later when I go on Twitter. I hate Twitter, man. It's terrible. But so Pavard had me blocked. I remember the Chelsea game when I was like highlighting all his errors. Like I literally went back, downloaded the game, analyzed every minute Pavard made a mistake, and I was showing it on Twitter. People were getting in their feelings. Now those same people are like, Pavard needs to be showed. I wouldn't mind Pavard leaving. And then Pavard has a few good games, and then they go back to sucking his PP. It's not a big PP anyway, so it's not too much pressure for them. But it's the same thing, man. Nah, what did I do? Hey, I didn't say anything personal, though. It was like, yeah, I didn't even know I was blocked because I looked up his name. I'm like, why isn't it popping up? He doesn't have a Twitter. Then I Googled Pavard, clicked on his Twitter. You're blocked. I was surprised. My idol blocked me. My idolo blocked me. I just looked at my eyebrows and realized I have eyebrows. You know when you never notice you have eyebrows? Now I realize I have eyebrows. Pavard ain't the best, but he's good. He's okay. And that's what I always liked about him. He applies himself, he works hard. He's an honest footballer. But he's never going to give you above and beyond. He's not Philipp Lahm. I miss Philipp Lahm. I'm thinking of Philipp Lahm, and I don't see him in Pavard, so obviously I'm lashing out. That's all it is. Wait, the Argentina national team has an all or nothing? Yes! I'm gonna enjoy that, man. Hey, Amazon is amazing, dude. Hey, I watched this show called the Terminal List, and I feel like Brazo is James Reese. James Reese in real life, Brazo. My man just has a bunch of people on his list. I'm gonna fleece Juventus. Get Delit for 67 million to be paid in 4 years, 10 million in add-ons. Who cares? I'm gonna fleece Liverpool for Mane. I'm gonna fleece Ajax over and over again. Oh, and I'm gonna fleece. Well, I guess we're getting fleeced by Rennes if Mathys Tel doesn't succeed. My man is just doing it. Brazo is James Reese. If you haven't watched that, the Terminal List is so fun, man. Dude, I never thought I could enjoy. I don't like military movies. They're war. I hate it. Just don't like seeing people get shot. To be honest, I used to watch romance movies because I didn't have the temperament. This was, a few years ago. I don't do it now because I'm a tough man. Yeah, I used to watch like romantic comedies because I just like the low stakes of that. Like, it's predictable. I don't want to see no one get shot. I don't want to see brains explode. No, I love it. I'm sitting here like, when's the next brain explosion? Yeah, that freaking secret there. I used to watch freaking romance movies. Such a loser. I was such a loser. I'm still a loser. I watched season 1 of The Boys. I backed out because it's too intense for me. Now I can't go back and watch everything because now it looks like I'm coming back to it, and I don't see the hype, man. I like Invincible. Amazon they're making some big sign or big movies or shows. Invincible's amazing. Like, I love superheroes. I'm a DC fan. I like Marvel too, but their movies suck now. Thor Ragnarok is Barcelona's transfer window. Just a whole lot of nonsense. Just nonsense, man. Dang, Bayern Munich central defenders cost the club more than 200 million. Oh my gosh. Wow. I might get back into the boys. Wait, no. No, I'm not switching teams. Pause. What do you think about Nianzou? This season is a defining season for him. We just signed De Ligt. He's going to learn a lot, but I want to see him play. My one criticism of I had two criticisms of Nagelsmann. He was changing players' positions way too often. Sane would do well here. He'd change him the next game. Yeah, Gnabry would play well here. He'd switch positions. Coman would play well here. He was doing it too much, and he wasn't rotating enough. My other criticism was none of our youngsters really got meaningful chances. Nianzou did start a few games here and there, but it wouldn't matter if he played well. It was only because of injuries. It wasn't because he, was dropping someone for performing bad. So I want to see Nianzou do his thing and perform amazingly next year. Or I guess this season that's starting in 8 days with the game against Leipzig, the Super Cup. Yeah, I want to see amazingness. I want to see Nianzou. I think he has the ability to be a phenomenal center back. I really do, and he shows it a lot. His passing in between the lines is good. He takes risk with his passing. I wish he didn't take too much risk. And I can't wait for Tanguy Kouassi Nianzou next season. It's going to be crazy. De Ligt uses his hands too much. What do you mean by that? Like shouting? And he's from Italy, or I guess he played in Italy. So he's saying it a lot. He's expressing himself in Italian. Upamecano still hasn't reached his potential, and he won't for maybe 2 more years. I don't think Upa's in a rush to do that. There's a big drop off from Hernandez. I can't agree with that. I can't. Upamecano, you can argue on his non-Bazo days where he's playing well, he's gonna give you a lot. I can't agree that there's a big drop off. Nianzou's. You saw it against DC United. Now it's DC United, but Upa was doing some crazy good things. Upa pocketed Haaland when we played against Dortmund. Come on, Upamecano is capable of it when he's not Bazo mode. And I guess that the question really is, when does Upa not play like that? 5 games out of 10, maybe. Ciao, says the Juve fan. Nice. Give us Vlahovic and Chiesa. We'll be happy. We'll chow you back. This season, Upamecano will break through. I think Upamecano has an opportunity to make De Ligt look like I'm big money too. I can do stuff, but De Ligt's arrival is whoa. No, no. Thank God. I just rationalized what I read. A group of Bayern Munich players begin to follow Cristiano Ronaldo on Instagram. Boateng isn't a Bayern player. Gnabry has probably been following Ronaldo for years, and Kimmich has been following Ronaldo for years. Like, Ronaldo has 460 million plus followers on Instagram. I would not be surprised if a few Bayern players followed him, especially given that he is a legend of the game and he's a footballer. De Ligt seems to have the abilities of a world-class striker. Yes, I think he's going to be a great replacement for Robert Lewandowski. He can be our De Ligtowski. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Are we going live tomorrow? Yes, we are. Forgot we're playing Man City. I don't want to do a preview because it's a Friendly game. What do I look like doing a preview for a friendly game? Like it's a Champions League quarterfinal. No, it's not. It's Man City, friendly. We'll probably see some goals. I think Bayern are going to try to play high intensity. Actually, that game's going to be so fun. I don't care if we win or lose. I just want to see like the dynamic between a team that loves the ball and a team that loves the ball. It's going to be like City has the ball, and then what are we going to do? Are we going to press to get it back? And then when we have the ball, are we going to control possession? It's going to be fun. I love watching games like this. I will fix the lineup screen. The reason I didn't have it fixed was because I was busy. I was running around. I was coming back from the gym that day. So tomorrow was going to be good. The first Bayern goal was similar with his first Juve goal. What are you saying? No, that means De Ligt's going to leave us the same way for the same amount of money. You remember Van Burton? Oh, man. I only associate certain players with certain Twitter accounts. There's a dude on Twitter who is so obsessed with Van Burton. Oh, shoot. According to AZ Strasse, it's a German newspaper, they're saying Tel is close to joining Bayern. Oh, the players were at the White House. Kimmich was at the White House? Make Kimmich an American citizen. Kimmich for president. I don't like who's in charge right now. Yeah. Make Kimmich president. Kimmich for president in the chat. Kimmich for president in the chat. Imagine Kimmich, German president. Wait, they don't have presidents in Germany. Wait, no, they do. Yeah, Angela Merkel was president, right? I'm joking. She was chancellor, president of Germany. No, Germany actually has presidents. Yeah, it's Frank-Walter Steinmeier, but they don't do anything. The person that does stuff is the parliament people. So the chancellor. Make Kimmich president, chancellor, dictator of Germany. Like I would live in Germany if Kimmich was president. I feel like Kimmich would just run the country like anyone does anything wrong, he'd just be angry all the time. All right, Mia San Mia, and peace.